What's up, guys? It's Chris for DAV1D on ECF, Aero Vapor on YouTube. Today I have a vendor slash juice review for EVaporclouds.com. The juice is going to be Flan, which, if anybody knows what Flan is, it is a Mexican custard, vanilla, caramel kind of dessert. The main reason I'm really doing this video is for an experience I had with this vendor that I really wanted to share with everybody. Let me try and give you this backstory quickly. I was asked by subscribers to try and review some of their juices because they heard they're really good. So I go on the site, I go to place an order. Before I did so, I said, let me check out their Facebook page. Maybe they'll have a coupon code. In the midst of that, I happen to see on his Facebook page that he lives in a town about 15 minutes from me in the same state, Connecticut. So I PM'd him, I asked him, is that really where your company is out of? He said yes. Give me your order and I'll actually bring it to you. I'll deliver it to you. So I did. I tried some juices and loved them. A little while later, I saw a post on his Facebook page said, I made this incredible Flan vape. So I PM him again. I'm like, dude, I love Flan. Like, I have to get that. So he tells me this is the first bottle I ever mixed. I don't give my juices away or sell them until I've really made them 100% and I've vaped it. Like, he doesn't just, try to make juices and then give them away to see how people like them. He really wants to perfect them first. So I placed another order for other stuff, and reluctantly, I convince him to give me some of the Flan to try. So that's where this 5 ml bottle came from. He gave me half of what he had made. He had originally made a 10 ml bottle of it. I tried it. I have it in here. It's a standard resistant atomizer on a 3.7 box mod. The juice is incredible. It has this, the first thing that you get is this incredible custard flavor out of it. Not overwhelming, just delicious. It's this custardy with this almost like eggnog undertone to it, and vanilla, like caramel, just delicious. So I PM him again. I'm like, dude, I have to buy a bottle of that. You need to hurry up on this process, get me going, and get me a bottle of it. So he makes me a bottle and gets it to me. This time he tells me, hey, I had to change the ingredients a little bit. You're the only person who got to try the original. Let me know what you think, then give me a call and I'll tell you why I changed it and explained it to you. I did. I have it in this one. Again, delicious, creamy, smooth, vanilla, caramel, eggnoggy a little bit, but it's missing the custard flavor. So I tell him, I'm like, you want my honest opinion? He says, yes. I said, I think they're both incredible. However, I liked the first one a little bit more because it had this distinct custard flavor to it that I really loved. So he tells me, this is why I changed it. Have you ever heard of Diactyl? And I said, sort of. Most vapors should know a little bit about it. If you don't, it's a flavor. It's something found in some flavorings. It's like a vanilla derivative, if I understand it correctly. And it's a chemical that they say, well, you couldn't tell me that my collar was all jacked up like that, that they say could possibly be harmful. So most companies, reputable companies, make sure that there's no diactyl in their juices. The company he buys the custard flavoring from specifically says on their site there's no diactyl in it, 100% safe for consumption, on and on. But what he said is, as he was vaping it, he got this insane, great, true custard flavor, the same as I explained. And he said generally when you get a flavor like that, it's linked to the diactyl, that it's a flavoring that there's diactyl in. Now again, he went to the vendor and the vendor says there's absolutely no diactyl in it, it's 100% safe. But his opinion was, I just don't feel comfortable using it. If there's a 0.001% chance that it's in there, then I won't use it. And this is the exact reason why I don't give my juices away. I perfect them first and then sell them. I just want to say that as a vapor, you really have to educate yourself on what is in your juices. If you walked up to a supermarket and there was some guy selling cold cuts out of packages out of the back of his truck, are you going to buy them? I know I sure the hell am not going to buy them. It's very similar to juices that you buy. This is really controlled by consumers. It's not controlled by the FDA or anybody as of right now. So you really don't be afraid to ask your vendor questions because you don't know where your juice is coming from. Don't be afraid to ask, is there diactyl in it? Do you add alcohol for flavor or for throat hit? Do you add that crap that's in mace for throat hit? Those are things that some vendors out there actually do. And as a consumer and as a vapor, you really need to ask those questions. The main reason, like I said, that I'm doing this review is I was just thoroughly impressed with the fact that even though the company says it's not in there, he knows other vendors use this flavoring. He just was not comfortable using it. So he said, I would rather take it out and have the juice without that, specific custard flavoring in it than take even 1/1,000,000th of a chance that there's anything damaging inside the juice. And I just really want to give a shout out to him for that. I would hope that all vendors would do that. I'm not confident that they would, but I just really think it's incredible that he looks out for his customers and his consumers rather than just going with what he thinks tastes the best regardless of what's in it and what it does. So I just think that that's great, and that's really why I'm doing the review. So now I'll actually talk about the specific juice. The Flan, the new Flan that he is selling. Let me take a hit. This is at 4 volts on a Bogue low resistance cardo on the mini lava tube. Definitely no lack of vapor. As you can see, it's thick vapor that's hanging around my room. All of his juices are like that. I generally stick with a 50-50 blend of his juice because it is just the perfect amount of VG, the 50-50. You still get a great throat hit. The flavor is incredible. The flavor of the Flan is really like a caramel, vanilla, like I said, a touch of eggnog flavor, which I'm assuming he's probably putting a little eggnog in there for like that custard type flavored, because that's what Flan is. It's a custard dessert. Just a really delicious, smooth vape. Let me take one more hit. And again, if you compare it to the original, it really is the same juice, just without that specific custard flavor. Like I said, I like that custard flavor, but what I like more is the fact that my vendor is looking out for my best interest and what I'm putting into my body. So, hats off to EVaporclouds, Joe over there, and the rest of you guys that are on EVaporcloud. Great job on your juices. They're incredible. And I know myself, along with other vapors, appreciate your concern and what you do with your juices. So, if you haven't tried Joe's juices over at EVaporcloud, I definitely recommend you trying them. They are great. Plus, he has the squishy bottles. I don't know if any of you guys care about that, but I care. I love the squishy bottles. Not the hard to squeeze a dropout bottles. The really soft, squishy ones. It's the small things in life that I love, and squishy bottles happens to be one of them. So, again, EVaporclouds.com, Flan. I got this particular one in 16 milligram. All of his juices have a really clean... Sorry, my son's asking me to take off his shoe. All of his juices have a really clean flavor to them. Even though there's coloring in it, it's a crisp juice. Just really, really good quality. So again, EVaporclouds, go try them out. If you get nothing else out of this video other than ask what you're consuming to your vendors. There's some great reputable vendors out there other than EVaporclouds. EVaporclouds happens to be one of them. And there are some that I'm sure would do the exact same thing that Joe at EVaporclouds did. But you don't know. So if there's anything that any message I can get across to you, it's ask questions. Do not be afraid. This is stuff you're consuming. Do not be afraid to ask those questions. What is in your juice? And when I talk to a vendor or I order juice, one of the first things I ask is, do you put in flavor additives for throat hit? That's just a no-no for me. I don't want anything extra added to my juice for a throat hit. I'd rather a lighter throat hit and know that I'm getting a more natural vape. Which, by the way, Joe's juices have a great throat hit. To me, it's kind of that perfect balance. I don't like something that wrecks my throat, but I don't like something that I can't tell I'm vaping it. And it's really the perfect kind of mix. So, again, do not be afraid to ask your vendor questions. Ask what's in the juice. Ask what they put in it. Do they add anything? And hopefully, if it's a reputable vendor, they'll tell you the truth. So again, Chris, AeroVapor on YouTube, Flan over at EVaporclouds, a delicious, delicious vape. I got more juices to review coming from them. There are a couple I have tried that are just insane, including my two favorites are Papa Smurf, which is a blueberry, strawberry whipped cream vape that is incredible. And then She Said Yes, which is supposed to be like a strawberry wedding cake, which is also an incredible vape. Those are my two favorites before I tried the Flan. So go over to EVaporclouds, try them out, comment, questions, anything you got, hit me with it, and make sure you subscribe. I'll see you guys on the forums.